We're going to have a good time tonight. My name is Jesse Montero with Such to Be You. If you haven't heard, I'm the Plata Man. Let's get down.
That's the shell.
Okay, LMTV podcast. We back live, man. Episode 12. Trust the process. Don't worry about nothing. Riverside in the building, man. I got a special guest today for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please welcome Brianna Adame, who was also featuring in the new film, right? Mm-hmm. What's it called?
Raza.
La Raza, man.
What's up?
Hey, that's dope. I was just telling her right now, I've always wanted to do a film like in Riverside and create one.
Yeah, don't close that door.
No, you just told me that. Yeah. Nah, definitely. I mean, we're going to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But you breaking down the door right now.
We're breaking it down, We're trying to put Riverside on the map. Hopefully, within time, you'll get there.
Yeah. Trust the process, right?
Trust the process. That's your podcast. Trust the process.
Yeah. Don't worry about nothing.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, though. I'm super excited to be here.
Nah, I appreciate you coming through, I was, like I was saying, I was going through Instagram, bloop, 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 scrolling through. And then I came across Your Wish, or what's it called?
What's Up in the Empire.
What's Up in the Empire podcast.
Yeah.
Because I followed them, and I was like, hey, I think I recognize her, like, or you and your brother,
Yeah.
But come to find out.
We go way back.
Yeah, I was good friends with her brother back when we were young. I even went to Yosemite with her and the family.
Yeah, he went camping with us. That was, what was that, like a decade ago? More than that. Way longer than that. But yeah.
Yeah, that was like we're 13, 12 years old.
Yeah. It's funny. My brother used to tell me that he was a singer, and now
she gonna bring it up.
Now he says he's not a singer, but back in the day, you were a singer. He would tell me, he'd be like, yeah, he's.
I used to see the girls on lunch, folks. Stop playing. We really did.
My brother would tell me he's gonna be the next Justin Bieber. So I mean, are we still pending on
that? We moved on up.
Oh, okay.
We moved on up.
We closed that door.
Yeah, okay, but for sure. For everybody that's tapping in, man, like, comment, subscribe. LMTV podcast, Trust the Process, episode 12. Don't worry about nothing. We got the best of the best in the building, man. We got the newest upcoming actress, I could say.
Yeah.
But for people who don't know Brianna Adame, let the people know where you grew up, born and raised, and how was your household growing up?
Yeah, so I born and raised Riverside. My family's been here for generations. I mean, my grandma, great grandma, so on, have been in Riverside forever. And I mean, as I'm sure you know, my dad, his side of the family, his brothers, they all grew up, in the neighborhood, and they're just they grew up in a gang related area, and they weren't always making the wisest choices, and they were involved in gangs and all of that, but they finally turned their lives around when they started having kids and all of that. So now fast forward, my dad's a therapist, my mom's a school counselor. And, I mean, growing up, we just always heard the stories, like the stories that they went through, the stories, even their friends and all of that. And so my brother, he's a screenwriter. Right. And, everyone would always tell him, like, oh, you should write about this or you should write about that. And he was always like, yeah, I will. And then with this in particular, he finally was like, you know what? Like, I think I am going to write about, something kind of like intertwined with the stories that everybody
that
told.
You could relate to.
Yeah.
And I relate to exactly what you're saying, because like my family really born and raised in the city.
Yeah.
And my grandpa's from the neighborhood in the east side, and it's like, or has the east side on his stomach. I remember being young, and you just grow up seeing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was just part of what your family was about.
Yeah, it's just normal to you.
Yeah.
Like, and even though like you might not be, I mean, we weren't in like gangs and all that, but like it's still a part of where you come from because you
Part of
hear
the culture,
those,
part of your culture, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So so he finally decided to write about just like a mix of all the stories he's been hearing, and then we just kind of went from there. I mean, he started writing in 2019, and this is something that has just been, going slowly, and then finally he was like, okay, let's push this forward, and then ever since then it just all started taking off from there. So
Whose
yeah.
idea was it to start this film?
His. I mean,
Your little
well,
brothers, or was it kind of just how did that go about?
okay, so I mean, the storyline itself is very, very similar to like what we've gone through with, my brother.
Right. So is it based kind of on your brother's story?
Loosely.
Okay.
Yeah. It has very. I mean, I think the family dynamic is based off of my brother.
Okay.
I mean, there's stories or parts in the screenplay that I'm reading, and I'm just like, wow, like I feel like I'm living back in that moment. It's crazy. But then also like there's so many other parts of the story that are about other family members or uncles or like cousins, that like we've heard growing up. So he did a good job not making it just based off of one story, but kind of intertwining them. But yeah, he finally was like, you know what, like this is something that like I think my family can all relate to. They would love to hear it, and he felt like he needed to tell it too.
That was your brother, right?
Yeah, my little brother. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Man,
So,
he's smart, man. I seen him on the podcast.
yeah.
He's talking that
Yeah,
talk.
he's a smart boy. He
How old is he?
He's 24, 20. Yeah, he's going to be 25
Okay.
this year. I had to double check that. But yeah, I mean, he got his bachelor's at UC Irvine, and then his master's recently at Chapman in screenwriting.
Okay.
So,
Man,
yeah,
also, he's actually went to school for this.
yeah. So
Hey
he went
man,
to
shout out to
Chapman.
you, my boy. Shout out to you. You really doing it up.
Dude, he's a smart kid.
I'm gonna get at you when I want to write mine.
Yeah, no, for real. Like
Yeah.
he has a gift. He's so gifted. Like I mean, growing up, we've always loved like the industry and the arts and all of that. But I mean, he takes things to the next level. Like
That's cool,
the,
man.
the connections that he's managed to build like all by himself over the years is crazy. Like he's gonna.
How did you guys come up with the team to get this done?
Well, that was.
Because I know it's a it's a
yeah.
big project to get.
Yeah, for sure. So like for him, he's done internships, and like he's had jobs, and he's worked with like people from like Blacklist, the Academy, Sundance, and all of that. And so yeah, I mean he kind of just assembled a team. He didn't know all of them personally before starting, but I mean he would hear about this person or that cinematographer, and he kind of just like, oh, let's reach out to them.
And they all just were willing to come aboard.
Once they heard, once they read the screenplay, they were like, yeah, like we have to jump on board with this, and it kind of just all went from there.
But
Yeah.
Brianna Adame, man, you in the building today, LMTV podcast. How life been?
Life has been good. I mean, I went to school, got my degree in public relations, so I do social media marketing and.
Okay. Let's get back to you said when you grew up. Remember, you grew up born and raised in Riverside.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
how was life growing up? You had parents, brothers.
Yeah, well, so I have 3 brothers. One of them, Isaac. That's the one who. You guys went to school together, right?
Yeah, I
You
went
guys
to
middle
school with Isaac in middle
Yeah.
school. Yeah. That's where we
So,
started going to each other's houses and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it was a normal household growing up, and then obviously something very, very traumatic happened when I think I was 18 and Isaac was 20, and that's when he went in and he got sentenced a decade, but he ended up serving 8 years out of that. And
How did it feel when the judge told him that number?
oh man, that was rough. I mean, when we were in there, I mean, we were at every court date, my entire family, and I'll never be able to forget that moment when the judge finally had that final sentence. And I mean, from that point, it was like, well,
I was like, yo, was your big brother.
yeah, like what can you do about it? And I'll never forget, like, I mean, my entire family in the room crying, and it was hard, it was really, really hard, and it was something that really impacted all of our lives in different ways. And I mean, even while he was in there, every single Christmas we'd be on the road, rain, snow, whatever the weather was, we'd be on the road visiting him every Christmas. So didn't have a normal Christmas until he got out. Like
Dang, so every
2022,
Christmas you guys were up there.
every
Dang.
Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Your mom
all
was
of
like,
that.
"We going."
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Huh.
because like we're a close family.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was tough. It was really hard. And so I think that like during those years, my little brother and I, Victor, the one who wrote the screenplay, we kind of, I don't want to say inspired, but it sparked something in us where we were like, you know what, like this is something that we could either allow it to destroy us as a family, or we can take this experience and we can turn it into something, like positive or beautiful. And I think
Do you think that situation also kind of is what created that thought of this movie?
Oh, for sure, absolutely. I mean,
At least had something to do with bringing this movie coming about.
yeah, and I mean even in the trailer that we're gonna be screening this Saturday.
Oh, Saturday!
Speaking of,
Pull up! Hey,
shout out.
Saturday, where's it at?
Casablanca Homo Neighborly
Okay.
Services. Yeah, this Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We have Mario. He's gonna show up.
Yeah, we pulling
We're gonna
up.
pull up. Yeah, we're gonna
If
have a lot of.
I get the special red carpet
Oh
with
yeah,
the
we're gonna
actress.
we're gonna have a seat reserved for this guy right here.
No, man.
Yeah, but what was your question?
You
Where was
threw
I
me
going
off.
with that?
You threw me off.
Where was I going with
Oh,
that?
about Saturday,
Oh, yeah,
Casablanca,
yeah.
from 7:30 to 9.
To 9:30. Yeah,
9:30.
yeah. But what I was saying is that like, so for the trailer that we're gonna be screening, there's scenes in there where I mean they're like exactly what we experienced while he was in court. I mean the court scene.
I seen a picture on your Instagram when you guys were sitting in the court.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that, and then like even like where we're on the couch with like our siblings and like our parents or whatever, and it's just like it really really hits home, and it yeah.
So how does it feel? I think that's the most, like, that's the best part about being in a film like this, because you could you're almost lived that life.
Yeah.
You've been there.
I
So
mean,
it hits the spot. It hits the spot.
Yeah, I mean, even like I acted on the scene. I'm also an actress, but I think it was so personal because of the fact that like we experienced this firsthand. So I went from like not only experiencing it, but then like reading all of the versions of his screenplay, and then to see it come to life while we were actually filming. Like I remember there were moments on set where I just like literally had chills. I was just like, wow, like I got emotional. Like I had to step away because I was like, it's just, he did such a great job, like hitting like exactly, because we shared the same experience.
Who was that director?
Javier.
And the filmer, or was it a company?
Cinematographer. Yeah, Izzy O'Brien, and then
Okay,
Javier was
Izzy O'Brien and Javier. Shout out you
yeah.
guys.
So talented, both of them.
It's a Riverside-based film, right?
Yeah, they're not from Riverside, but it's a Riverside-based film. So the team.
Hey, I
was
love it. I
assembled-
love it. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever heard of a Riverside-based film. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there is one.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's why
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
been in my head. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I love what you guys are doing. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's dope.
Maybe at most there's like documentaries, I think. That
Documentaries,
are
but there ain't no really movie that got put it together, and
Yeah.
not even put together, but
Yeah.
based on some true story of
Yeah.
like true events or real life events in somebody's life.
Yeah, and he was, I mean, like, he's been wanting to write about Riverside for a long time, but I don't think there was one specific story where he's like, okay, I'm going to choose this. But then, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, everything that happened in our life personally, he's like, okay, now it's time to, like, write
And he went to
something.
school for it, right?
Yeah, he went to school.
And what'd you
for
go to
it.
school for?
Public relations, and then my bachelor's was in communication studies. So I always knew I wanted to go into the industry. I always knew I wanted to be an actress, but I was like,
Really?
yeah.
At what age?
Yeah.
At what age you realize you want to become an
God,
actress?
Like 10,
What?
maybe 11. Yeah, this is.
You was
something
watching the
that-
movies like, I'm
Yeah.
finna be up on there. Give me
No,
about another 10
literally,
years.
Yeah, for me, there was no other option.
Yeah.
So when I decided to go to school, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get a degree in something that, even if I don't pursue acting right away, I can still make my way into the industry. So for me, like that was where my
That's
head
dope.
was at. Yeah.
And it's a bachelor's.
Yeah.
What college you go to?
CBU, Cal Baptist University.
Oh, down the street, huh?
Yeah, Lanza.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I remember when I got out of high school, I could have went there.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
didn't you?
I could have played soccer right there. I was balling fools up
You were a
back at
soccer
North.
player?
I was balling fools up at
Oh,
North
for
High
real?
School. Yeah, I
Why
was.
didn't you?
Kind of like
Not
how
for
you were
you.
saying. Kind of like you were saying. Sometimes you around the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And honestly, they came up to me, but I just didn't have the grades.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
needed like a
yeah.
3.4. I had like
Yeah.
a 2.9 or something.
Everything happens for a reason, though.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah,
You
trust
have
the
your own
process.
podcast.
Trust the
Yeah,
process.
Exactly.
No matter
yeah.
what you do in life, man, trust the process.
Yep.
Be great on purpose, with a purpose. Don't
Live
let
your
nobody
purpose.
live your purpose. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Whatever you have in your head, and I really do believe, like, whatever you have in your head, you can bring to life.
Yeah, I mean, it might take a long time or longer than usual, but at the end of the day, I mean, I think it takes different amount of time for everyone. I mean, some people it happens right away, other people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, but if you really put in the work, you know, it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, it's all about how hard you're willing to work for it.
Yeah. I mean, even for like my brother and I, it's like things are finally starting to fall into place. And before, I mean, you know, you feel hopeless sometimes. You feel like, oh, okay, like I'm doing
like
everything.
It's never gonna happen,
like
dude. Like it's never gonna get there,
like,
or
I'm doing everything and like it hasn't happened yet, and like you feel like so close to giving up, and then suddenly something happens where it's just like everything starts falling into place. And I think yeah, for us, I think this is definitely the thing that's kind of giving us that like thing to push forward.
the whole city's behind you right now.
It's crazy, dude. Like,
Hey, the whole city's behind you.
I cannot wrap my head around the support that we've been getting. It's been crazy. Like, I mean, when we first started planning this event, it was back in like February. And we were like, I think we need to come up with like some event to kind of just like get the support of the community first.
Right.
And then there's always that little voice in the back of your head that's like, well, what if people just don't care? You know? But then like when we actually started pushing this forward, like everyone just jumped on board, and it was just crazy to see like all the support. And I mean, I think you asked earlier, like, what about this screenplay specifically made him want to go forward with it. But so in the industry, like I mentioned, he worked with like Sundance, the Academy and all of that. And he was starting to win awards for the screenplay. And he's like, oh, okay, like this is actually good. Like, it's not just me who thinks this is good. And I was like, you need to start pushing this forward. And he's like, well, it's not ready yet. And I'm like, what else do you want? Like, you're literally getting attention from the industry. Like, what else do you want? And he's finally like, okay, you know what? You're right. Like, fine, we'll start to push this forward. And then I was like, well, hold on. I was like, let's take a little bit of a pause and let's reach out to the community first. I was like, because at the end of the day, like, this is what it's about.
Who'd you reach out to first?
Actually, Juan Navarro was the first person.
Hey, shout out Juan Navarro. He was on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Juan Navarro was on here, Eastside Our House, dude, man.
He's such
Shout
a cool dude. Yeah, he was the first person who took interest, and then as soon as you know,
he has the city behind him. You know what I mean? So
everybody knows Juan.
So after that, it's like.
Yeah. So then after we had Juan support, it just started. Mark from Riverside jumped on, like Jessica from What's Up Inland Empire, like everyone just started jumping on board after that, and it was crazy. So now that we're in this place where we have, you know, Riverside support, so now we're planning like future like investor parties and all of that, and like LA and all that. So the goal right now is to film the full length feature spring of 2025.
So you guys haven't fully filmed the whole thing?
No. So this is the proof of concept. We're calling it a trailer because for people who aren't in the industry, they don't really understand that concept. But basically, the proof of concept is like a 4-minute trailer that's kind of like proving to like investors, to like directors in the industry,
if they want to hop in and
like
build
people
it.
care, like there's a community that cares. So that's what this event on Saturday is about. You know, we want investors, we want like, you know, like people in the industry, deep in the industry, to know like this is something that will be talked about, that will be seen, and
it's gonna be seen, talked about. We're gonna run it up
for sure, because
we're gonna run it up.
If you think about it, like there's so many screenplays out there that are developed into feature films, and like
you never know with the right people.
Nobody cares. Like, not to be like rude or anything, but like I don't think people realize like the amount of work that it takes to actually get a screenplay into a feature film, and not only that, the amount of work that I'm
barely learning this too. Screenplay to a feature film.
Yeah. And like, okay, let's say that you have a team of people who are turning something into a feature film. Mm-hmm. People are either going to care or they're not.
Right.
People are either going to pick it up or they're not. So it's one of those things where it's like the percentage of screenplays that actually get turned into a feature film. Hey,
I'm calling it right now. They're going to be on Netflix.
And Netflix. We're
Hey,
gonna be at
hey,
the
no,
Oscars.
hey, Grammy, what not? Hey, Oscars, right? I do
Yeah.
believe in
You
it.
know
Like,
what's- you know
hey,
what's funny,
you gotta
though?
take step by step. But I do believe, like,
Yeah.
I honestly do believe that you're
Yeah.
gonna be the best of the best,
I appreciate that.
and you're gonna be there.
I
You're
really
gonna be up there with the
appreciate that.
greats.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
we have the best. We in River on LMTV podcast. We got the best of the
Yeah.
best, man. Trust the
best in
process.
Riverside right here.
Yeah,
Yep.
straight up. Don't worry about
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, he has a whole timeline. I mean, this kid is crazy. Like he literally, like, everything that's going on right now, everything that's happening is all part of his written timeline. So it's crazy to see it, like, actually happening. And I mean, it ends with us being at the Oscars in like 2027, 2026,
Yeah.
something like that. But like, and I
Yeah.
believe it though. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, so many people will be like, well, I mean,
If
the
you don't believe in
likelihood-
it, who else gonna believe in
yeah,
it?
and like the thing is, like, he is like, when he puts his mind to something, like, there's no stopping him, you know. And we have a great unit publicist and a great team, and it's just like everything is really coming into place, and I could not be more excited.
Hey, congratulations,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate that.
Congratulations. So, what would you say to anybody who, you know, guys and girls like who would want to become an actress or actor? What would you tell them?
I would say do it, and I would say don't be discouraged. I mean, I've been pursuing acting for as long as I can remember, but taking it serious probably the last few years. I mean, I have.
You ever take acting classes?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm trained in acting. Did the whole thing. I have an agent and manager. But I think that it's so easy to get discouraged when you're auditioning because, I mean, statistically speaking, you can audition like 40 times and get like one call back. And that's not just
Have you done that?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
do you audition at? How do you go about that?
So my agent and manager.
Because I'm
will-
trying to be in a film too. Put me
Yeah,
in, coach.
Hey,
Put me
we'll-
in, coach.
We'll put you as an extra. We'll
Put
throw
me
you
in,
there.
coach. Yeah, for sure.
No, but yeah, they'll send me auditions, my agent and manager both,
Hmm.
and I'll audition from there. And like because of COVID, a lot of it is self tapes now, or
Okay.
like Zoom auditions. But prior to that, like you would literally just have to drive to LA every time you got an audition. Thankfully, I mean, everything started happening for me after COVID because that would be a lot to go from Riverside to LA. I mean, eventually, I do think I'll probably move over to LA for a little bit, but
That's definitely where a lot of
But-
things are at.
yeah, but I don't plan on staying there for the rest of my life, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But
If
yeah,
you had one
so-
place to live, where would you live at?
Riverside.
That's what I'm talking
Of
about.
course.
Riverside is home.
Like, what do you mean?
I was just see what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you know what's funny though?
That's it.
When I was a kid, I would always say like, I'm gonna move to LA as soon as I turn 18. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
spend the rest of my life. But now as an adult, I'm like, I mean, I'll move to LA when I need to, when I absolutely get to the point where
You
I
can
need
even
to.
drive there. It's only an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
I go over there. I go over
exactly.
there to a lot of studios and like
Yeah.
videography work. I just go. It takes an hour to get
It's
there.
not that bad. Yeah, if you work around traffic.
Or
it's
West
not that
Hollywood. I'll be
bad.
over there in West Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunset
You bar
Boulevard.
hop in West Hollywood?
Nah,
you know?
videography work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll do a lot of stuff out there.
Oh, sick.
Shout out
yeah.
Press Play, man. Press Play. He works with Molly Mall, and a lot of big artists,
Oh,
man. We
sick,
gotta get him
sick.
on there too.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I went over there. He invited me over there. I walked into a building in Beverly Hills. They had like Tupac plaques on there, Dr. Dre plaques.
Oh, sick.
And I walked into this room, and it was like CEOs of this company.
Uh-huh.
And that was like my first time walking into something like that. And they asking like, "What do you do?"
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "I'm a videographer, man. I'm from Riverside, man. I do it
Put
up.
us on the map.
I do it up, man. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I love." If you
Yeah.
if you meet anybody who's really from Riverside, they love their city. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
love Riverside.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
the homegirl right here walking a Riverside hat right now.
Wait, you know what's funny though? She's not even from Riverside. She's from LA.
Oh, she got love for Riverside.
No, she moved
And-
to Riverside from LA.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of people from LA too, man. Shout out to people in
Yeah.
LA, man. And every time I go over there, it's all love.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Nobody does like Riverside though.
There's a handful. There's a handful, but that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
To
Put
give
us
them
out there.
that like, hey, my boy, you gonna
Yeah.
fuck with us, you gonna love us, because
Yeah.
we really got a lot of talent out here.
Oh yeah, and
A
I
lot
think
of
it's so
talent.
easy to overlook it because it's one of those cities that aren't really out there. But
Riverside's big
I
though.
mean,
It's pretty big.
It's big. That's a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think that there's so much talent out here. It's
Yeah.
just like nobody really pays attention.
And that's what
So,
this platform is now. It's gonna be
exactly.
here for.
Yeah.
It's like I remember when I was doing music and when I was young, I didn't have no platform. Like
Yeah.
I sold 1,000 CDs in the streets. Like I used to sell CDs. We used to go to
The old
LA.
school way.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
do it up. Put those posters on all the light posts in Riverside.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like we did it up. Like, but we never had YouTube and stuff wasn't popping like that, or
Yeah.
the podcast. So it's like,
Yeah, well, podcasts just became a thing not too long ago. Well, before that, it was all about like YouTube and all of that.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So when it comes to Riverside, hey, look, we pulling up in Riverside. Look, if someone ain't from Riverside, right,
Yeah.
and they ask you where we gonna go eat, what you like? What would you tell them?
Man. Okay, well, I have to say number one, Delia's.
Dahlia's.
Dahlia's. You know what's funny? Well,
Yeah.
backstory. My whole life I called it Dahlia's, right? And then I started talking to John, who's like the owner of Dahlia's, and he's like, one time he's like, it's Dahlia's, right? And
I was gonna
like,
correct you because I
"No,
thought
yeah,
you was
yeah,
wrong.
Yeah. No,
I guess I'm wrong.
I told him because I was talking. It was the first time I met him, and I was like, no, actually, it's Dahlia's, and he's like, I think I would know. That's my grandma's last name. And I was
Oh,
like,
so
yeah.
so they named it after the
yeah,
grandma.
so it's
I never knew that.
Dahlia's, yeah.
That's a fun fact. And don't be laughing,
Yeah.
folks, because I know you didn't know that either.
Yeah. Mark actually just posted a video for us at Dahlia's, and people are commenting, and they're like, "It's Dahlia's, it's not Dahlia's." And
I bet you,
It's-
I bet you over 90% of Riverside calls it Dahlia's.
Me and my family, yeah, we
I've always
Dahlia's.
called it.
I really had to train myself to say Dahlia's since I met John. But,
Mhm.
yeah, Dahlia's. Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say? What place would you
And
recommend?
Riverside.
Yeah, Johnny's.
Okay, I got another. Okay, I'll answer now. But is it Johnny's, In-N-Out, or Baker's?
Johnny's always.
She. I already knew she was gonna say Johnny's.
You're not from Riverside if you don't say Johnny's.
I like Zorba's though too. Zorba's is fire. It's like Johnny's is fire. Look,
No, I've
I pulled
had
up there.
Zorba's. Yeah,
Zorba's is
yeah.
fire. You can't. You know
No,
Zorba's
yeah,
fire. Johnny's is fire though too.
Yeah, but
I
like,
was pulling up there. Me and my girl's from Bloomington.
oh, okay.
So like when I first started bringing her around, like I would tell her different spots, and then I was going by Home Depot, and I was gonna go to Johnny's, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Nah, I don't want to eat there." I said, "Fool, if you've been in Casablanca or something, if you're in Casablanca, you're gonna stop at Zorba's. If I'm on the east side, I'm stop. I mean,
Johnny's.
yeah, Johnny's,
Yeah.
and if I'm on the east side, I'm gonna stop at
Yeah,
Zorba's."
I think that's what it is. It either comes down to like where you're from in Riverside, because like for us, it's always been Johnny's, and yeah, for that. But I think one place in Riverside that you cannot argue is Dahlia's.
Yeah,
Well,
Dahlia's.
Yeah.
Dahlia's.
Dahlia's. You have to say it right. Yeah.
Dahlia's.
But
They're gonna
yeah.
try to correct this on the net.
Yeah. But yeah, Johnny's, Baker's though. But is Baker's just no? It's not just Riverside.
At
though.
first, I thought it was just Riverside, but
Yeah,
no, I
it's
think
like
it's like
Inland
IE. I think it's
Empire.
in the
Yeah.
Empire thing.
Yeah, that's a good spot too though. But I think it's just like.
But Johnny's is
nostalgia.
fire. After we went there, my girl was like, "Nah, that was fire."
Dude, Johnny's is like so good. I can have Johnny's any time of the day.
Every day.
Love Johnny's.
When you leave the house, what are 5 things you need with you?
Oh man. Okay. Well, in a realistic sense or in a hypothetical, because I have two different.
However you want to
answers.
say it.
All right. Well, let's say in a hypothetical, when I leave the house, I need my cat.
Your cat?
Yeah. If I could take my cat with
Is
me
that right?
anywhere, yeah. If I could take my cat with me, I would.
You got a
take
collar on the cat?
No.
Cats
No.
be dipping. They be
You-
gone right when the door
That's why I
open.
said, yeah, that's why I said in a hypothetical.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
okay.
My
Because I was
cat is-
like,
my cat is my whole
that's
world.
what's up. What's his
Yeah.
name? Is it
Kitty.
a girl, guy?
It's a boy.
It's a
Yeah,
boy?
His name is Kitty.
Oh,
To be fair, though,
kitty.
I didn't think I was gonna keep him when I named him that. So, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. So 5
That's
things
one.
I can't.
You
Yeah,
need a
yeah.
cat- you need
My cat.
cat.
Chapstick for sure. Who can't leave the house without
Yeah, yeah.
chapstick? Lotion. I mean, I always.
Girls,
you know.
hey, girls always got lotion in
Do you
their
not
purse.
carry lotion with you, like a hand lotion?
I mean, no, I put lotion maybe on before I leave. Other than that,
Well, like
you ain't
what
gonna
a-
see me like in the middle of the movie theater like,
Well,
Put
no,
lotion on the
like,
sun.
but what about your hands? Your hands don't get dry.
nah, man, I drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? We
So
hydrated
your
over
hands,
here.
your hands never get dry. There's never a
Nah.
moment during the day where you're like, I need hand
It's never
lotion.
been a necessity. No
Or
lotion.
maybe you don't notice. I'll ask your girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm
maybe,
saying?
maybe you just don't notice.
I don't know. I never
Yeah.
heard of that one. But okay, you need
yeah,
lotion.
Yeah, okay, lotion,
Cat.
chapstick, cat,
That's 3.
tissues.
Oh yeah.
I have like really bad allergies, so I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I carry tissues.
No, yeah, my
everywhere.
grandma stayed with a toilet paper like.
Are
in
you
her
comparing
purse.
me to your grandma?
She'll pull it out. No, I'm just saying like I always remember like tissues. My
Yeah.
grandma always got if I'm in a car with somebody and I need tissues, I hope I'm with my grandma because I know she got
But
it.
yeah, they have the little packs of
Yeah.
like the Kleenex, like the little.
Yeah, they have
little
those.
ones. And last one is gum. I need gum.
Gum.
On me. Yeah. It's
Okay, now
more-
how many of those 5 things you got on you right now?
Well, it depends. Do you want me to bring my purse up? Because in my pocket's nothing. In my pocket's nothing. But
Right.
in my purse, I have all of that. Like,
Okay.
I can't. What about you?
5 things I need. Positive mindset.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, that's
No,
one
it
thing I
doesn't.
need.
No. I'm talking about
Okay.
material.
Material. I need my phone. I need my money. I need my weed. Straight up. If you know, you know. Uh,
Okay, that's 3. That's fair.
I would need Man, let's see. Nobody's ever asked me it back.
Yeah, you have 2 more. So
My camera and my drone.
you take your drone with you everywhere
I take my
you
camera
go?
and my drone everywhere. It's like
literally,
my phone.
If you're gonna go out to eat, you take your drone.
Yeah, because I really do. I'll pull my phone out, or if I go to the beach or anywhere I go, I see like I'm a visual, like a visionary, like how I see stuff. So
Yeah.
it might just look nice, and I'm like, dang, I can film it from this
So
angle.
you just like take it in like a bag or something, like your
Yeah,
little, like,
I got like
yeah.
I probably got like $8,000 worth of equipment.
You should not say that
You
on
know
the
what I mean?
podcast. That you carry with you everywhere.
No, man, I mean like all together.
Oh,
you know?
like totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I mean, if you're a videographer, then you know. So
yeah.
this
Because
is
you
what
never
this is
know
what I
when you're
want.
gonna need to like pull it out. And,
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
or if you go to events, I might be able to pull my camera out
Yeah.
and film something for someone else, and later
Mhm.
on get money from like, oh, you need something, like,
Yeah.
you need this.
Yeah.
It's like a walking billboard.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah. I mean, I don't relate, but I feel that.
Yeah, now just like now you're a walking billboard. You finna be on a billboard.
I
Don't
mean,
trip.
that's the goal, right?
Yeah. So what's this film mean to
Wait,
you?
you didn't say the 5th thing.
Oh, the 5th thing? Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
did. Camera and drone. That was fine.
Those are the same thing.
Oh,
I'm putting him on the spot. He doesn't know what to say.
I need my hat.
Okay, that's a good.
That's the
one.
5th one.
So what was your question?
What you like about Riverside most?
Ooh, Riverside. I mean, I think I like the fact that like it's so family oriented. Like when you go to other places like Orange County, LA, like it's so fast paced. Nobody talks to each other. Nobody knows each other. But when you go to Riverside, like everybody knows everybody.
Somebody knows somebody.
Yeah, you can't go to the grocery store without people knowing like other people. Like you're always gonna run into somebody.
I was at my family reunion and their family with you guys.
Oh really? Who?
The Ramirez's.
Which?
Michael Ramirez, Monica Ramirez.
Michael Ramirez, as in does he
Yeah,
have a kid?
yeah.
Daughter?
Nah, he has a son.
Oh yeah. Michael Ramirez.
They live right there by like Diamond. Like,
Yeah, who's his baby mom?
Karina, I think.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I was talking to them on there, and they were like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny. What a small world.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so many Michael Ramirez's out there. I actually have 2 cousins named Michael Ramirez. So
But even
I was
when
like-
even when I was young, I remember when I was young and I was kicking it with your brother.
Uh-huh.
I was right there with your grandpa and your grandma, and we were sitting right there, and your grandpa was like, who's your grandma? Who's your grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
And your grandpa, I was like, my grandpa's Greg Lozano, and my grandma's Bonnie Lozano, and he was just like, what? He's like, Greg Lozano? He's like, Yvonne? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I know Yvonne. Like,
Oh yeah, that's their favorite question when they meet someone or when
yeah,
they're
and it's
talking to
crazy because
someone.
your grandparents knew my grandparents.
Yeah.
Like that's how really Riverside
Literally,
be. If
yeah.
if your family's really from Riverside and like
know.
really been here for a minute, then yeah, they
You
don't
know
come
everyone.
across.
Yeah, my grandpa knows everyone. Like all you have to do in Riverside, it's like so old school. Like all you have to do is like, who's your dad?
Or who's your
mom?
grandpa?
Who's your grandpa? Yeah,
Yeah.
and you immediately know everyone. Yeah, like her, like when she moves to Riverside, she's like, I hate it. She's like, I cannot go anywhere without bumping into people. And I'm like, that's the best part of Riverside.
Yeah.
Like,
What part of LA did you grow up in?
Crenshaw.
Crenshaw,
what? She's from the hood.
Huh? It was anonymous everywhere. Dang.
But LA's such a big city. Like you will never run into the same person twice unless you're like famous or something.
Right.
But it's such a big city. And it's cool, I mean, when you don't feel like socializing, but also it's like so cool to have like that like close knit, you know, type of family vibe out here.
That's really what
You
Riverside
either hate
is.
it or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you hate it or do you don't?
What, Riverside?
No, like the family, like
No, I love it because I feel like Riverside's so big, but then again, it's so small.
yeah.
Like you said, you could really I could meet someone tomorrow from Riverside, and then later on find out like this person,
Yeah.
person I know, like
Yeah, for real.
you know
It's
what
crazy.
I mean?
Yeah. And some people hate it, some people love it. I mean, I personally like it just because,
It feels more like at home. Everybody's like family knit, like close family.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
But how'd you guys link up with the Mark from Riverside? Was it Mark from Riverside?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Shout out to him too, cause
Shout out,
hey, you
Mark,
next up,
yeah.
my boy. You next up on here too.
yeah. So our unit publicist actually reached out to him, and he responded pretty immediate. I mean, I think that Juan had something to do with that. I mean, I haven't asked.
Yeah,
him, but-
because they are linked.
yeah, but like I said, Juan was the first one to kind of like, you know, take notice and like respond and, you know, like help us out there. And then it was almost like as soon as Juan jumped on board, everyone just started jumping on board. So I think that like Juan probably had something to do with Mark getting on.
Shout out to Juan,
Yeah,
man. And
shout out
shout
to
out
Juan,
to Eastside
too.
Our House, cause I really, when I had him on here, I really love how he's Riverside based and really
Yeah.
wants the best for everybody.
Yeah. And
Like-
he's so just like, I mean, I think Riverside has like this stereotype for like, oh, like if you're from this hood, then don't talk to this hood. But like Juan is just like, no, everybody's like Riverside, like everyone's IE. And so
Yeah.
he's just very like, you know.
And that's the way you're gonna win, cause you know it's just at the end of the day it's a business, and
Yeah.
you know.
And that's what like this whole like project is about with Raza. Like we're like very, very like we're trying to put out like it's not just like one neighborhood. Like we want
It's
everyone.
a whole Riverside thing.
Yeah, and like yeah, we're having it in Casablanca, but like it's not like it's based on Casablanca. It's like we're trying to really push forward the idea of like it's based on Riverside as a whole.
And as special guests, you guys said you had special guests
Yeah.
Saturday as well.
Yeah, we have like Juan coming out. Mark will be there. Jay from Riv, shout out. He'll be there. Jessica Q, you mentioned. Yeah. So we'll have a few like pretty big people from Riverside who just want to come in to support. Pending Cheech, we reached out to Cheech's people and they're like, yeah, he's definitely interested. They're like, we'll let you know like his schedule and
Yeah,
all
he
that.
definitely got to pull up if he
Yeah.
did that thing for the museum.
Yeah. The
Like I'm telling you,
museum is-
I'm telling you, I really do believe like what you guys are doing
Yeah.
is the next biggest thing
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
Besides the museum, besides the Eastside Art House, like
I
besides
appreciate
Mark
that.
from
Yeah.
Riverside, like you guys are right there. Jay from the Rib, you guys are
Yeah.
right there, borderline right there
I
now.
appreciate that you believe that, you know, because
I-
we're just getting started. But I mean, like I said, the amount of support is so overwhelming. Like everyone is just so supportive, and yeah, I definitely see this like because I think that some people think that this is just gonna stop at the event on Saturday, but no, like this is just the beginning. Like this event is literally step one of like, you know, the rest of this film. So yeah, I mean, people are jumping on board, and it's been so like just crazy to see everyone's support. But I mean, if you want to jump on board, jump on board.
Man,
You
I'm
know?
here, man. Put me in, coach.
Yeah, no, for real.
I like it's that's one thing that amazed me
Yeah.
when I seen it, when I came across her post. I'm like, man, I've been trying to make a Riverside movie, which I'll still do like a short film.
yeah,
I can make it happen, but it's
Yeah.
like, man,
We'll put it
I
out
love
there.
that
I
idea
got you.
though. What
Yeah.
you guys are doing for the city.
yeah, and
and-
we hope that it puts Riverside like it shines a light in a positive way. You know, we don't want that whole like gang affiliated like drama and all that. Like, cause not to like, you know, shame anybody. My family, you know, comes from all that, but we really want everyone to know that like Riverside's more than just like what people stereotype it as. Like Riverside, like we support each other. You know,
Yeah.
like we have talent out here. We have people who, you know, are succeeding and stuff. They just don't shine that light on us, and that's really what the whole goal of this film is. You know.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Same thing
Yeah.
with this podcast. That's what the goal
Yeah.
is. Because I feel like nobody's ever done what you're doing in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I feel like no one's about to do what I'm about to do
Yeah.
in the city with this platform.
Yeah.
So that's just the bottom line.
Shout out, trust the process.
Yeah, shout out Trust the Process,
Yeah.
man. The next hottest show, man.
Yeah.
Mark from Riverside. You got to get you up on here. What's up with Riverside?
Yeah, Mark,
Gotta
you
get
gotta
you-
come on
Yeah,
here.
you know what I'm saying? I seen you at Albertsons, fool. I told you. Pull
Mark?
up. No, what's his name from What's Up with Riverside?
Oh yeah, Andrew.
Andrew,
right?
man. Shout
Yeah,
out Andrew,
yeah.
man. You doing big
Yeah.
things in the city too, big
Andrew,
dog.
call us
Just
back.
pull up. You know what I'm saying? You pull up.
Andrew said he was gonna call us back like 3 times. We haven't
Oh,
had it.
Andrew, we on your bumper,
Andrew,
fool.
we're calling you out right now, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the page, but you got the best of the best.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Tap in with her, and yeah, man.
yeah,
Don't tap in when things are popping, man. You really gotta show love and show support to your people when on they come up, cause that's when it really does matter.
Yeah,
You
I was
know what I
talking.
mean?
Actually, we were on a podcast yesterday with Adam the realtor. He has his podcast.
Oh, the one that
What was
what's his name just went? No, Love
yeah,
Monster.
yeah. What's up with Riverside? Yeah, he has. What's good was Riverside. Yeah, he has a podcast too that he's been having a lot of people on there. I think he had the mayor not too long ago. He
He's
had,
really in the city. He's really.
Justin with One Love IE.
Hey, I want to. Is it that dude, the one that makes the hats?
Yeah. He's a cool dude. Yeah, he's super chill.
I got to tap it with him too.
Yeah. We actually we tracked them down not too long ago, because we had reached out to him and that dude is impossible to get a hold of. And so you know what, we were like, we're gonna track him down. So we found out about an event, right, that he was gonna be at. So we showed up and we were just there, just chilling, waiting for him to not be busy. And then we finally pulled
You
up
ambushed
and we were
them?
yeah. And I was like, I know you see our emails. And he's like, what? And I was like, Raza. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, I've been meaning to get back to you guys.
That's how it usually sounds. Oh
Yeah,
man, I
yeah.
was gonna hit you back up.
Yeah, and I was like, just no. It's like, we will track you down again. So we will track you down again.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But he's cool.
They're gonna be hitting
dude.
your line. Watch. They're gonna
Yeah.
be hitting your phone when things start going.
Yeah,
the ball
he's
gets rolling.
interested. Yeah, I know he said. He's like, yeah, I'm for sure down. But he has so many things going on right now. He just opened up a store in Redlands, on top of the one, at the mall here. But yeah, he's super cool. Love his brand. Shout out. So yeah.
That's what's up. If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
Cat abuse.
Cat abuse. I feel it.
No, that stuff keeps me up at night. I mean, obviously, world peace.
You know how to. You know I had a cat, right? I had a cat.
Is this a sad story? Because
No,
it
it's
is, I don't
not.
wanna
No, it's
hear it.
not. No, it's not. It's just someone
swear.
took my cat.
That's a sad story.
But I left him right here on the side, whatever, and
Wait, hold on.
he'll play right
You
here.
left him on the.
No, I leave the gate open right here. This one right here.
Yeah.
And
so
he doesn't
wasn't-
leave. He doesn't leave my spot.
So he wasn't an indoor cat?
Yeah, he's an indoor cat and an outdoor cat.
Oh, both.
Yeah, because he'll play with my little dog. I got a little dog.
Uh-huh.
So I go outside and they'll both be laying on the same little pillow, little bed.
Oh, that's cute.
They'll be
So what
chilling.
happened?
Yeah, it's they were best friends. And yeah, I think he got out one time and I didn't see him again.
And did you look for him?
Hell yeah, I was driving around this whole spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, so
I
you
was right
cared.
there, with the big old speakers. Where have you seen him? Nah,
And you never found him?
nah, but it sucked. Yeah,
Oh,
he was
no.
cute too. He was
How
a
long
cute
ago was
orange one.
this?
Probably 3 months ago. 2
Oh,
months.
he'll come back. He'll come back. I mean, cats disappear sometimes.
There's a lot of little kids around here, so I think one of the little kids, and he was small. He was
Oh, he was a baby?
not a baby,
But
but
he
he
was
was
just,
he was
smaller,
yeah.
on
So
the
I felt
smaller
like
side,
I
yeah.
felt like a little kid walking to be like, oh mom, look what I found, and
Was he
just-
friendly, though? He
Yeah,
just walked up?
he was
Oh,
just-
okay, yeah.
so,
for
yeah,
sure,
he's
yeah.
probably- someone
Then
probably
that's not
just
a sad
picked him
story.
up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
So where's your cat right now? At home?
Oh, my cat's chilling in the AC at home. Yeah. I'm starting a cat rescue, though.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. If you know any cats, hit me up.
A cat rescue? You gonna be driving around?
Yeah. No, I don't drive. There's so many stray cats out there, dude.
Dude,
so
there's a bunch
many.
right here.
Yeah. You know any?
There's a lot. There's 8.
Do you feed them?
They haven't ever crossed the side of the gate.
Oh, you should still feed them, though.
That means they're gonna come back.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll get them. You
Okay.
bring them over
I'm
and
gonna
then
lure
I'll
him
go
in.
pick
I'm gonna
them
lure him
up.
in. And I'm gonna give
Yeah.
you for that phone call.
Yeah. If you want to foster a cat, hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
The
thing.
cat nanny right here.
Cat savior.
Cat
right here.
savior, man. But other than that, in Riverside, man, what else do you see yourself filming? Anything after this? What kind of film would things along this line or these stories, or
Yeah.
would you want to branch out, or what you have in mind?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I don't see myself filming. I'm not into the whole comedy thing. I don't see myself as a comedic actor.
Right.
Definitely drama, definitely action maybe. I don't know, but
More like real life stories. Huh?
yeah, more like real life stories. And it's good too as an actor to get typecasted because, it's easier for you to get booked and it's easier for people to see you as a certain type of role. So for me personally, I mean, I really lean into the whole Latina type of role and
you just start getting
basically.
booked for movies for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Jennifer Lopez was young and she was doing her thing and she just started boom, 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 hitting.
Yeah.
You
Something
know?
like that, yeah.
I see it. I'm telling you. The Oscars. Hello. Count her in.
No, we'll be there 2026, 27 latest. We'll be there though. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll be
And
there.
it's crazy how they're a duo. Like
Yeah.
it's a brother and sister duo.
Well, that's the crazy thing about it. Like the thing that works the most, because when one of us is slacking, the other one holds us accountable. Like there's times where I'm just in my room like depressed and and then my brother will walk into my room and literally just he'll walk in and just be like, "So have you been auditioning lately? What have you been doing?"
Oh, he on your bumper.
Yeah. And like vice versa. I'm like, "Oh, so have you pushed that script out or that one?" And he's like, "Oh, it's not." So we both just hold each other accountable, and it's been working, because if not, like, then I think that so many people out there pursue these dreams and these, whether it's like screenwriters, actors, directors, whatever, but it's really easy to drop the ball because there's so many people out there who are, it's so saturated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plus about having, somebody so close to you also pursuing the same dream. We definitely hold each other accountable.
Right. Man, I don't know if you guys heard. She said she wanted to become an actor at 10 years old.
Yeah, maybe even younger.
If you didn't hear that, like, chase your dreams, like really
and I'm
do
27. Like, I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm 27, so I'm pushing 30, and things are barely starting to fall into place for me. So, if you have a dream and you want to do something and it seems like, nothing's happening, keep pushing, and eventually if you stick to it, it'll happen eventually.
Hey man, this is the type of people we have on here. We all goal oriented.
Yep.
And really turning dreams to reality. My first mixtape was D2R, Dreams to Reality.
What year was that?
Probably I just graduated high school, so 2013, 2014.
Do you want to know a funny story?
What happened?
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but my brother's always told me like you're a singer, but I discovered Justin Bieber through you, period.
For
Yeah.
Isaac, he
No,
told
let
me
me tell you
that's a
why.
Justin Bieber.
No. Let me tell you
Somebody
why.
told me one time when I was young, it was like he's like you're a cross between Justin Bieber and Lil
No, that's
Wayne.
not why.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, that's not why.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead, finish story.
So one time, so I was a kid, like I was elementary school, maybe like 10 or something, and everybody had that like house computer that they'd go on YouTube and look up music videos and all that. And I remember one time Isaac, he was like, "Hey Bree, come check this out," and I was like, "What?" And he like pulls up a video of Justin Bieber, and I mean this was back in like 2008 or something like that, and like nobody knew who Justin Bieber was at the time, and he's like, "Yeah, my homie Mario, he's friends with him." And I was like, "Really?" And it was like just one
That
of
fool
those
was lying.
No, yeah. But I, being a 10-year-old, fully believed him. And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, Yeah. He's not famous yet. You'll know who he is eventually. But yeah, Mario's like really cool with him. So ever since then, I started watching his videos, and I go around telling people, "Yeah, my brother's friend is like friends with Justin Bieber." For years, I believed that. For years, and yeah. So
Yeah, that was crazy because
Yeah.
I used to go to their family's house with her older brother, Isaac, like 12, 13 years old. I even went to Yosemite too, like I said.
yeah, camping
We were out there for I don't know how many days, but it was fun.
a while, like a week.
Every time
Yeah.
me and Isaac would leave, your mom would be like, "Behave, Isaac."
Yeah.
Isaac.
Yeah, he was a troublemaker for sure. But yeah, I
He
remember
was a good
like,
kid, but he didn't mind doing the bad.
he was a menace. He was a menace for sure. He has a good heart, but he's
What
a menace.
what do you want to tell Isaac right now if he could hear you?
Stay out of trouble, Isaac. Come home and stop acting up. No, one thing I want to say about him, like he has a huge heart. Like it's funny, out of all my siblings, he has the biggest heart, and I've always said that, to everyone. Like it's impossible for him to hold a grudge with somebody. Like he's such a genuine person no matter what. I mean, people could wrong him. I mean, even him being where he's at, and like there's so many people you could blame for that, but at the end of the day, like he's never going to hold that grudge. He's just always going to be like, he's just such a forgiving person, and that's something that, I really look up to him for, because I'm not that person.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are. It's hard to like, be forgiving, and all of that.
Yeah, you could be like, I said good day, huh?
No, literally, yeah.
I said good day.
Yeah, it's hard, but he's always been super genuine and super like.
He seemed like the same too when I seen you pick him up on Instagram. His smile and the way he be acting funny and goofy, it's like the same Isaac.
Yeah, he'll never change. I mean, even and he was young when he first went in.
How old was he?
He was 20. He just turned 20. And a month later is when he went in, and the rest of his 20s he was in there. And you would think you'd be really like bitter and angry as a human being to like know that like most of your 20s, the most important years of your life, were like gone.
Right.
But he never really let that affect him. Like he always still had the same heart, the same love for everyone. So, yeah, shout out
Isaac, man. Free Isaac, man.
Yeah. He needs some good influences. Though,
get right, man. Do what your mom, do it for your mom, your sister, Macy, your sister and brother out here doing the most.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's good. Hopefully he sees that and it inspires him.
Yeah, he'll be there. He's so talented too. Even when it comes to music, like he would make music. He DJ.
Oh, we used to make music. Hey, we used to pull
Yeah.
up. I used to pull up to parties with Isaac when he would DJ at parties.
Yeah.
We made music together too.
Yeah. Oh, did you
Yeah,
guys?
I was trying to look for it before
Yeah.
you came, but
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
make music. He'd produce his beats and all that.
yeah,
he's talented,
he would make
yeah.
the beats. He would
Yeah.
make the beats, record and all that.
Yeah, and I told him when he came out, I was like, you need to get back to that, and he's like, yeah, I will. But it's hard when you've been gone for so long. You know?
Yeah. He was
But-
everything was probably brand new out here.
Yeah.
After so long.
Yeah, it was hard, but yeah, kick it with him.
Yeah, I told him he'd be like,
But-
he'd be like,
yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, all right, my boy, I just haven't seen you in a long time, just
Yeah, I'll make it happen.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man. So Saturday, hey, LMTV podcast,
Saturday.
Trust the Process,
Trust the process.
Brana Dame, the Raza film.
Yep.
Make sure you guys pull up on
Yeah.
Saturday for sure.
7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We're gonna have everyone there in Riverside. Come out, support.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who's going to sport, and shout out to you, and shout out to your
Yeah.
family, and shout out to the production team, and everybody who made this happen. This episode 12.
Wow,
Epi-
12.
Episode 12, yeah. In a month, I was doing like 3 episodes a week.
Oh,
like,
for real? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I just been working a lot lately, man. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. I haven't been putting stuff out like how I started, but we're gonna do at least I try to do at least one episode
Who's your
a week.
next one? Do you have your next one scheduled yet?
D3 the rock star from Long Beach. He's
Shout
tapped in
out.
with Snoop Dogg. He grew up in Long Beach. I had Arion Mosley, which is he's from Pomona,
Oh, okay.
and his uncle Sugar Shay Mosley,
Oh,
the boxer.
nice.
So
Oh,
he,
yeah.
So he came over here and he brought D3 the rock star. I interviewed Arion Mosley. That was a good interview, man. Shout out to you.
Shout
And then
out.
D3 the rock star was with him, but now he's gonna double back and we're gonna have him.
You have someone else coming on soon that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, man. Jenny 6ix9ine gonna get up on here too, but she needs Chris to come down, my boy. So I'm gonna have to book your flight or whatever. However we gotta make it happen. But shout out to Jenny 6ix9ine, man. She really doing it up for the city too. And
Yeah, she's sick.
yeah, man, she dope, man. Shout out to everybody doing it up for the city, man. Let's do this as a team. Let's support each other and stop hating. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me find out, my boy. You scrolling right there. You see the homegirl right here. You just scroll. Or you see LMTV podcast and just scroll.
don't do that.
Because
We don't
hey,
like that.
you know the funny part is that I'll have like 200 people on my stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
But,
have like
who
200 people
likes
on my
it, though?
stories.
Yeah. But
And
who likes
my
it?
boy,
Yeah.
ain't nobody like you. Have like
That's how it
8
always
likes.
is, though. That's how.
So I'll be like, man, I'm gonna block you, fool. Why you looking at my shit?
For real.
Know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
people are. Yeah.
that's how it goes. You know what?
Yeah.
They're watching until you blow.
Yeah.
And then once you
yeah,
blow,
and then it's like,
once
oh,
you blow,
I
it's
remember.
like, hey, my boy, or like,
Yeah.
remember we used to go to school together, or remember
Yeah.
this? No, I don't.
Yeah, no,
I
for
know.
real. I mean, people be hating.
Yeah, man.
I try not to pay attention to all of that, but I mean,
Straight up.
yeah,
Just
people.
hey,
yeah.
ain't no traffic in your lane. You know what I'm saying? I stay in my lane. Ain't no traffic in my own lane if I'm
Yeah.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, unless you're driving to LA.
Yeah, that's definitely traffic, fool. That's why I hate going to LA.
Yeah.
Every time I drive over there, it
Bad.
from here down the street it take 30 minutes, 45
Dude,
minutes,
yeah,
huh?
tell her about it. Yeah,
Every time I
dude,
go to
like,
Hollywood.
you can't drive 3 miles without going.
I told my girl, you better go to the restroom right now because we about to hit the traffic.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
That should be
Yeah,
bad. You be
yeah.
stuck. Ain't no getting off on the off
That's why I
ramp.
don't want to move there. I'm just like.
That's
dude,
one
like,
reason I wouldn't. That's one
Yeah.
reason shout out to LA,
Yeah.
but that's one reason I think I wouldn't want to live out there because it's just the traffic. It takes
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour to get down the
Yeah,
street.
it's bad. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
Unless you
Riverside,
have to, unless you have to, that's
Riverside
different.
from Johnny
Yeah.
Burgers, man, it's gonna take 10 minutes to downtown. It's gonna take 15,
Yeah.
20, hit the freeway.
Yeah, you can get like literally like just like 5 different places in an hour in Riverside.
Yep.
And like LA, it's like one place to another is like an
Yeah.
hour. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
Yeah.
But we gonna wrap this up, man. This episode 12. We got, like I said,
12.
the best upcoming actress right now in the world. Don't worry about nothing, man. She gonna do it up. It's Mr. Do It Up. Don't worry about nothing. Trust the
The
process.
best podcaster right here.
Yeah, man.
Mario.
Man, shout out Brianna, man. We gonna do it up, man.
You
Shout
want
out
to do
to
a little
Riverside.
solo real quick before we leave? You want to sing something?
I don't sing no more.
He used to though. Fun fact.
Man, I used to sing to girls on my lunch. I remember in middle school. I think that's what people remember. But I'll do music now. But nah, it's cool. We doing the podcast, and now it's not about me. It's about whoever's in that seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Well, I appreciate you having me here. You know?
yeah.
It sucks that my brother wasn't able to come, but thanks for having me.
Hey, cause you
I'm
know
super-
damn well Isaac would be right here in this seat. He'd have been right here.
cracking jokes right now the
Yeah,
whole time.
probably
but
be telling stories.
Yeah, one day we'll get him on here. But
Yeah, whenever next time you get out, he gonna pull up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. We have to plan something soon.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
But thanks for coming through.
Yeah.
Until next time, hey, this LMTV podcast. Trust the process. Like, comment, subscribe. Man, until next time.
Trust the process.